Alright, let's look at the homework 11.4, problem number 1. Alright, so let's do this problem. Alright, so let's solve this separable equation. I'm going to just divide through by y squared. So we get 1 over y squared dy over dt is equal to k. Just k, right? Then we can integrate with respect to t. So we integrate both sides with respect to t. Integrate both sides with respect to t. Alright, so we have that. Alright, so let's see. I don't like the way this is written, so I'm going to rewrite it as y to the negative 2 power. Alright, then we can just use the power rule to find the antiderivative. So add 1 to the power and divide by that power, so it's going to be negative. So this is equal to kt plus some constant c. Right? Then we can, let's see, so multiply both sides by a negative sign, negative 1. So you get y to the negative 1 is equal to negative kt minus c. Right? And actually, can I call this guy k1? And actually, maybe not, because k is already given. I'm going to go with this. All right, then we can just take the reciprocal of both sides. So you have a y is equal to 1 over negative kt minus c. All right, so let's use initial conditions to find the k and c. All right, so it says that the y of 0 is equal to, so we plug in t equals 0, so it's going to be 1 over negative c is equal to 90. Right? So which means that we can just take the reciprocal of both sides. You have a negative c is equal to 1 over 90. Right? Then multiply both sides by negative 1. So you get the c is equal to negative 1 over 90. Right? So we got that. And then we can use the other initial conditions. So y of 1, when t equals 1, let's see, if you plug in 1, you get the 1 over negative k, right? And the negative c would be plus 1 over 90, right? So this is equal to 12, right? So we can take the reciprocal of both sides. Then you have a negative k plus 1 over 90 is equal to 1 over 12, right? Then we can, let's see, I'm going to add k so that the k is on the other side and subtract 1 over 12. All right, so we get 1 over 90 minus 1 over 12 is equal to k, right? So what's this? Right, so we have a 90 and 12. So what's the common denominator? 360 maybe? So let's see, so 360, and that's going to be 4 over 360 would be 1 over 90, minus, let's see, so we have to get to 360, so we have to multiply by 30. So you have a 30 here. So this is equal to negative 26 over 360, right? So it's kind of a big number, but I'm going to leave it as it is. All right, so we get this. So therefore, we have y is equal to 1 over, right, negative k. So the k is that guy. So it's a negative k is 26 over 360 t, and minus c, so it's going to be plus 1 over 90, right? So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 360 so that we don't have to have a fraction inside the fraction. So you have a 360 on top, right? You have a 26t, and let's 90, so it's going to be plus 4, right? And I guess we can simplify this a little bit. Let's see. So this is everyone's all even, so I'm going to just divide through by 2. So it's going to be 180 there, and divide by 2, so 13. Divide by 2, 2. So we have 180 over 13t plus 2, right? So let's type it in. So we get the 180 over 13t plus 2, right? Let's check the answer. All right, I came back and looks like we got this one correctly. All right. All right, now look for a correct picture here. All right, so we have this function. So let's check the y-intercept. So I'm gonna plug in t equals 0. So we get 180 over 2. So it's gonna be 90. So it looks like first one hits around 90, and second one does, and actually all of them do, right? But t-intercept isn't going to be there, so definitely not the third one because it doesn't hit t-axis, right? So it's going to be among those three, right? Let's check the another value, right? So if you plug in, say, t equals say 10 or something like that. So if you plug in 10, t equals 10, so you're going to get to 180 over 132. So it's going to be slightly bigger than 1. And you can see that the third one at 10, it's way too big there, right? So it's going to be between these two, right? So these two are very similar. So I'm going to try t equals 1 maybe. So it's going to be 180 over 13 plus 2. So 180 over 15, right? So that's going to be bigger than 10. And you can see that here. 1, so this is 10 is right here. So it's going to be below 10. Right here, if you look at it, so this one is going to be bigger than 10. So I would say this is the second one is the correct picture. All right, let's check the answer. Submit for testing. All right, it came back and looks like we got this one correctly as well. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.